Got it. Coach, let's talk about season. Obviously, first week of practicing, you guys went on retreat down to Steelville. How'd that go? And talk a little bit about some of the expectations after week one.
Gotcha. Yeah, the retreat in Steelville, we like to call ourselves a football family here, just an extension of their own personal families. And the brotherhood down there was truly authentic. I think our team authentically likes and cares about one another. It's just absolutely amazing just to see them interact with one another. We did some tough things down there. We had some good workouts and some great practices, a little bit of rain, but that was wonderful. For this season, I think it's it's nice to know we've got a lot of experience. We were pretty young last year. I think a lot of people didn't realize how young we were. We had a lot of guys on that state semifinal team from 2012 that were sprinkled in there, and they were sprinkled in that lineup, but just got to start for the first time last year. Well, we're bringing back 8 of 11 starters on offense, including 4 of our 5 offensive linemen. We're bringing back 7 of 11 defensive starters, and the experience on the field is going to be a lot more this year. Also, we had a pretty young coaching staff last year. We worked our tails off this offseason to make sure we got the football education that we needed to go into the season prepared and get these guys going on the right track. Started slow last year with a 1-4 start, but won 5 of the last 7, made it to the district finals, and I expect the slow start thing to really not even be a factor this year.
Talk about the experience. 2 years ago, state semi playing the team in the state of Missouri, Webb City. Last year, 6-6. Some kids that remember that experience. And I'm sure you're leaning as a coaching staff on those kids to say, hey, remember 2 years ago, you were a part of that. We want to get back to that.
Definitely. I think really what happened with the whole state semifinal experience was that particular group of seniors that year, they worked hard for 4 years. They really did. And I think that the younger guys saw that. And going into last season, there was no shortage of preparation. That's really not what it was. I think it was more of a lack of field experience and against coaching and experience. And I think once that kind of came together, and our offseason this past year was Our offseason last year was absolutely fantastic. This past winter, spring, and summer, and I think we get it. I think we've had more playoff games these last 2 years than anybody has ever experienced here at St. Mary's. That's a direct correlation to how hard we've worked in the offseason and our kids actually understanding what it takes. I think they're hungry. I think they've seen what it's like to have playoff success, and I think that that's been the key to continue to drive us with every little thing that we do.
Talk about the conference. Obviously, you got to be ready to go week in, week out, don't you?
Right, yeah, the conference is tough. It's diverse. There's a lot of different types of athletes. There's a lot of different styles in the conference. Cardinal Ritter has moved up to the AAA large. They always come with great team speed and a variety of different things. And then, then we'll go play St. Dominic, who traditionally will try to run you over with their size. Borges usually got a pretty dynamic spread offense, and Duchesne, had a really good senior class this past year, and they were tough, and I'm expecting them to continue to be tough. So you've got to strap it on every Friday when you go through the AAA large.
Let's talk a little bit about St. Mary's as a whole. Obviously, a lot of great things going on here on the south side. New president, new athletic director, new basketball coach. You're in your second year. Just a lot of great things starting to come together.
Right. Yeah, I'm an alum. I graduated in 2000, and I think it's kind of funny that the new athletic director, Tony DeMatteis, one of his sons, graduated in 2012, and he's a little jealous of the locker room and the uniforms and the improvements in the facilities, and we were joking that him and I probably used the same things when I started here in the fall of '96, and
that's why they make editing.
All that stuff. So with all this stuff, I mean, there's a lot of energy around here. The energy is positive. It is really turning into a new St. Mary's. The kids are really starting to feel it. They're starting to feel the appreciation, the message that they're worth it, and that's why all this investment is going on. And it's so super exciting to be a part of. And I think that that's catching on, and I think that we're just going to continue to see more and more people turn their interest here at St. Mary's. And we're going to have to grind it out as a football program with a small amount of kids like we traditionally have. But again, it's those new uniforms that they were all wearing, and this locker room that we're in, and the hopefully potential upgrades to the athletic field. It's going to be really neat, and looking forward to it.
Talk about having the High School Sports Caravan partnered with St. Mary's to bring video streaming of all the football games, all the home soccer games. I mean, just a multitude of events that we're partnered up to do.
Yeah, it is exciting to have things on video and have that available. It's exciting to go back and watch yourself, watch your team, hear yourself being talked about. It's kind of weird, but going back to my playing days, which really doesn't seem that long ago, that wasn't a part of what we did. And these guys are really passionate about their jobs. They're passionate about bringing good quality sporting events to you, and I think it gets our kids excited. And also, the other thing that's really nice is that we do have some people that just unfortunately can't get up here to see our athletes play, and they have the opportunity to do so. And sometimes grandparents, sometimes aunts and uncles, family out of town, and that means the world to these kids that they get to see them play football, where otherwise, without this service, that wouldn't be possible.